Welcome to Bitter Reality Brewing. Today we're talking about SIS Brew, a very innovative company kind of taking things to the next level and offering us alternatives, which I know a lot of you will be like, SIS Brew, never heard of them. We'll talk about it. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing, definitely appreciate it. I'm one of these people who is very, or at least I try to be, we'll say, very open to change and very open to things being different. I'm very against monopolies. I like competition. To me, competition is good for everybody. It keeps the leaders always trying to challenge themselves and trying to make a better product. It helps to, as I say, innovate and keep people on their toes and constantly being upgrading and constantly looking for ways to do things better. I'm not afraid, and if you've seen me in the Anvil group, I will mention things that, hey, I wish, Blickman would do this, or why don't you do this, or have you considered this? Yeah, I know it costs money, I know it takes time, but I like to throw those ideas out there so that if somebody didn't think of it, maybe it'll put a little ring in the ear and they'll go, it's not a bad idea. I like that, that makes sense. And maybe they'll consider it, maybe they won't, but it's worth trying. I recently had a gentleman from SIS Brew reach out to me and ask me to, hey, would you like to try some of our products, see how they work, and let us know what you think? And I was like, let me look you up. Kind of liked what I saw. And I'm like, yeah, let's see if we can't work something out here. So they sent me a box of goodies, and I'm gonna do a little unboxing. I kind of peeked inside, of course. When I got into brewing, I was told, this is all you need, Star San and PBW, that's it. PBW is your alkaline, it's gonna break down the organics, boom. Then you're gonna rinse with Star San, that's your sanitizer, you're done. This is what you use. And they're great products, and I've been using them for years. But have you ever asked yourself, is there something else out there? Is there something that might do a better job? And not too long ago, I had some buildup in my anvil on the bottom that just wasn't coming clean. And it was kind of funny because a lot of people recommend it, Barkeeper's Friend. And I had heard people recommend that. I had actually never bought it, never used it. And I went and got some. And then the other day I was watching an Anvil video from Anvil and they recommended Barkeeper's Friend for cleaning their equipment. So the point is that, 5-Star Chemicals is a great company. They make some great products, but they aren't the only company out there. They aren't the only products out there. There are different products, different companies, and it's worth it to yourself to, especially if you've been brewing for a while and you're looking to brew long term, to try other products and see if something works better for you. I've been brewing for over 6.5 years, going on 7 here in December, and had never tried that, and it did a great job. I wish it had a lid that snapped over and I didn't have to put plastic or crap on top, but it is what it is. So without leaving you hanging much longer, SIS Brew, I told them, and full disclaimer, yes, they sent this little goodie kit for free. And I am going to be doing a video later about how well they work. I even have some stuff that's got warts sitting all over it and it's been sitting for weeks now, getting super nasty. And it's hose and some other stuff and a pump, and I'm gonna clean them. But yeah, I have some extra hose just in case, because that's where I was going before I got this stuff, is just to replace the hose. I was done because I was running PBW and Star San through it, and I'm like massaging the hose and I just can't get it clean. It's like time to chuck. So we're gonna see how some of these products do. SIS stands for Sweetwater Innovative Solutions. They're out of Tennessee. They produce products for home brewers, professional brewers, and many other food and beverage related applications. So I'm gonna open this up and I'll go over the products just so you know what they are. Okay, what's the first one here? LSR. And yes, I'll tell you what these are and what they do. Now, what we got down here? TLC, it's a dry. And this one I've already snaked it out here and grabbed a little bit, and I'll explain why. There we go. Yeah, I didn't realize, 2 TLCs. Awesome. And there we go. Okay, so on with the goodies. TLC. I think this is what, 8 ounce or a pound? Okay, I gotta get better glasses or something because my eyes seem to be going. But doesn't matter, it's TLC. What is TLC? tank and line cleaner. It's a powdered alkaline. Sound familiar? Like PBW? Powdered alkaline cleaner that works in circulation, soaking, even dishwashing parts, lines, tanks. So, yeah. It's formulated to be less temperature reliant, which I have found PBW seems to do a better job when it's 150, 160 degree Fahrenheit water. And when I'm really having a problem, before I tried Brewer's Friend, that's what I was doing. I was kicking the heat back on and working it, because it's better to use a little elbow grease than it is to use any kind of abrasives, especially in the bottom of your cooking surface, where you can end up creating little grooves and making it worse. You don't want to do that. So TLC is less reliant on temperature, which is kind of cool. And yes, there are videos coming where I'm going to want to do testing between PBW, TLC, and see if I see any noticeable differences, and if one stands out over the other for certain types of cleaning. I'm curious. I am very curious. I had to clean a hop spider, and I saw people taking hop spiders and dipping it in PBW and then taking it out. It looked crystal clean, brand new, and yeah, mine didn't do that. I let mine soak for days, and I kept changing the water, and it didn't do it. And I changed chemicals, and eventually it came clean. So I'm very curious. I'm very interested to see what other products are out there, and maybe one product does better than the other in different circumstances. So, not everything is a perfect fit, should we say. Not all circles fit in squares or squares fit in circles. It's just the way it is. I know some people out there going, how dare you use any other product? I'm sorry, I'm extremely open-minded when it comes to trying new things and seeing what happens. That's one of the reasons I love experimenting. As you can see, I have 2 anvils now. I'm crazy excited about that. So there's TLC. We'll get that out of the way. Where's LSR? Here we go, LSR. Gonna sound very similar. It's a little, wow, looks bigger. Gonna sound a little similar here. This is your last step rinse. It is a last step, let's see if I get this word right, anionic, which is a chemical that possesses negatively charged ions, rinse. So it's a acid rinse or anionic rinse. It's similar to Star San and Sani Clean, but it's a little different. The one thing you got to keep in mind is that Star San is a high foam product. Well, Sani Clean is a low foam product. So LSR is a kind of a controlled foam. It's formulated to kind of keep the foam under control, and it kind of fits right in the middle between Star San and Sani Clean. And yeah, it's kind of in the middle, but it's not. The key is they tried to keep the foam under control so it doesn't cavitate your pump when you're trying to recirculate. So it's perfectly fine to use for a circulation or soaking. It's fantastic on neutralizing odors, flavors from lines, tanks. I think we all know that, and I actually am more than guilty of that. You've seen me smell yeast. You probably haven't seen me when I clean a keg and I soak it and I clean it and I soak it, and occasionally I'm like, I just don't feel it's clean enough, and I go, and if I don't smell anything, I'm good. If I smell something, yeah, I start over and I go through the whole process again, because I feel like something's not clean, and I'm wiping underneath with some wet paper towels and I'm not getting anything. But if I smell something, it's not clean, and it drives me nuts. So what you can't see can't hurt you. Just keep that in mind. So this is your Star San. Technically, although it's a lower foam and won't create all the excess foam, but it still has some foam. Now you're sitting there going, there's a third product. Why would I need a third product? I don't understand. Okay. And this is the one I kind of cheated and stole some of it. As you've seen, my Sans bottle, which is my Star San solution I use to clean just about everything. I'm told that I can use this to clean just about everything, and there's a benefit. So I'm gonna start trying both of them back to back on different things and see how they do. I already kind of played around with it a little bit on this, because this doesn't look nearly as nice as my new one. But NBD, neutral brewer's detergent. Yes, I said neutral. So when you go over to 5-star, yeah, you have your PBW, which is your alkaline. You have your Star San, which is your acid. And the same thing here. With SIS Brew, you have your TLC, which is your base or alkaline. And you have your LSR, which is your acid. This is neutral. It's just an all-around great cleaning workhorse. It's a high foam product, so you don't want to really use it through a recirculation or the pump. Definitely not recommend it. but you can soak parts in it. You can spray, wipe, even add it just to add a little foam to whatever you're cleaning. If you're using PBW or TLC and you want to put a little bit, it's going to reduce, the base or the acidity based on what you're adding it to. It'll increase the foam and help to kind of push. So if I took this and I took a little bit of this, some of this would get up on the sides with the foam and kind of stick there and kind of work a little longer without having to have all that water filled up with all of it. So that's a little trick you can try with that. I was reading on things that you can do with it, but you can, like I said, soak, spray, wipe, whatever you want. In breweries, you can actually use it as, like I said, a foam additive to your caustic or acid cleaners. It's neutral pH. Here's the big bonus, and this is where I see a huge bonus. Let me grab this little guy, because this guy is guilty of destroying tons of things. If you've seen before, I mentioned I like to move from large to small bottles. I use the small bottle all day and night, which looks horrendous because I think this bottle is going on about 6.5 years old. But this bottle, and I tried to see if it has leaks. I can't find any, but it gets the acid on here, and I set it on things, and I have destroyed entire cabinets. I have destroyed the surfaces. I have made marks on granite. Yeah, this stuff sitting on something will eat things away. I keep it on a piece of tile now, just so I know where it is. And if I move it around, minus this, I could care less, I'll put it on a piece of paper towel or something. So I'm very aware, and I've seen people mentioning that this stuff can damage things. It's not Star Sand's fault. It's because it's an acid, and sitting there, it's going to cause problems. My neutral. Now, I'm gonna treat this the same as I treat this because it's an acid. That's going on a piece of tile. But this isn't gonna cause staining. It's not going to damage anything if you let it sit. And it's gotta sit somewhere. So if you have a little accident with it and it's been sitting there for a little while, you should be able to wipe it up and hopefully there'll be 0 stains. So I thought that was kind of cool that a company thought, you know what, we needed to add a neutral cleaner for things that, you really don't want to have the acid, or you don't want to have the alkaline on, or you just, want to be very versatile. And kind of looking forward to it. I've already, like I said, I made a bottle of it, just like my Star Sand, and I've already started kind of cleaning. I can't seem to, I think I need Sheila Shine to make this like shiny, but I'm afraid of using anything like that, even though it's on the outside, just because, well, it'll look pretty, but I don't want anything like that near something that I'm going to be producing food or beer. To me, it's the same thing. It's all good. But I will leave links down below. I saw that I can buy, I want to say it was the TLC on Amazon, but they do sell all their products on their actual website. The links to their website will not be affiliate links. They're just going to be links. So if you want to go check it out, check out the company, check out the products, you can. I will do more videos on this product or products. So I got 3 different products. I'm thinking at least maybe 3 different videos over time. But I want to test them out, and I'm going to test them on their own. I'm going to test them side by side. I want to see what works best and what works best for me and the environment it works best in. Because they mentioned that the TLC isn't as temperature reliant. And I've never heard anything about PBW being temperature reliant, but I have noticed it's more effective at higher temperatures. And TLC might be more effective at higher temperatures too. I don't know, I've never tried it. And I wouldn't know if I don't try it. That's why I try to be as open-minded, because sometimes you find something new and go, wow, I had 2 grandfathers. They were really fancy. They did cool things. They drove me nuts. I have an anvil. I've had it for over a year. I love it so much. I bought another one. Yes, sometimes you buy something and realize it might not have been the best choice, and then you buy something else and go, wow, I wish I started here. Thanks again for joining us here at Bitter Reality Brewing. Check out their website, just take a look, see what's going on out there. Don't forget, like, subscribe, keep sharing. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you.